Hey guys, Travis here with Alberta Backroad, and today I'm going to show you how I install this Smittybilt Overlander rooftop tent on this HiLites MRack on my wife's Jeep JLU Rubicon. Stay tuned. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this tent and get the contents out of the inside. The mounting rails and the cover and whatnot, the ladder, everything else is inside the tent right now. So now that we have all our hardware and brackets and whatnot out of the tent, and we determined what side we want to mount it on, which is pretty simple. You just kind of figure what side that you want to fold open, and then, you know, the opposite side, this side is going to be bolted to the roof. We take our cross rails and we lay them in place. Now, with some roof racks, these cross rails are going to lay this way and you're going to have to cut them. But with the KCM rack, the way the rails run horizontally, we're going to be able to lay them like this and have the roof rack fold out over the side. So you can access in under the panel, and we're going to put the bolts in. In the bag here, you'll find two kinds of bolts. There's going to be one with just a single big washer, and then there's going to be a setup with two small washers. The ones we are going to use are the bolts with the single big washer. That way it doesn't pull through the bottom of the tent. Pretty simple. We're just going to take our bolt, stick our hand up in here, find the hole. We're going to have to take the nut out of that bolt, slide it inside this cross-hatched area here, if you can see that. And all we do is we pull that off and we slide the nut on the inside here. The nut in there. I'm going to use something, we can use a knife or a flathead, get the nut where we want it. Simply slide it down. We're going to hold the bolt and then thread the bolt into the nut. And we're going to do that over here, and then we're going to do the same over here. So you can access the the holes for this side here. See, it was easy to get these ones in because this big opening here. Now for the other side, all we have to do is we just unzipper this zipper, and then you can reach on in there underneath the mattress and you can access the holes. Okay, so Smittybilt does supply you with some wrenches, you know, the tools you need to install this. However, rather than going a quarter turn at a time, I'm just going to get it done. Okay, so now that we have our rails installed, we'll move on to the next step. So our next step is we're going to install the ladder. So we're going to have to flip this tent over. I highly recommend getting some help to do this. Just like that. Now we'll go about installing our ladder. Okay, so our next step here is we're going to install the mounts for the ladder. They're going to go in like this, with the arrow pointing inward towards the tent. So like that. And we're going to install them using the hardware that comes with the two washers on. And we're going to access that under the tent here, similar to how we access the bolts for our cross rails on the opposite side of the tent. We're going to have a washer on each side, and the nut is going to face on the outside of the tent, the bolt on the inside. Now, I don't recommend tightening these fasteners up until we get our ladder in place. It'll make it a little easier to install it. Okay, so now we have those in place, I'm going to grab the ladder and we'll go about attaching the ladder to these. So, to install the ladder, we're going to lay it in place like so, across the top of the tent here. And we're just going to install the hardware that's installed in this rack right now. Slide our ladder ahead. I'm going to place a washer on the bolt, a steel washer. Bolt's going to go through. We're going to put on a nylon washer. Then it's going to go through the ladder. Get another nylon washer, another steel washer, and then the nut. Once I get this installed, I'll show you guys a close-up of this so you can really see what I'm talking about. Okay, so like I said, I'll give you guys a good view of that. So we have our bolt through, we have a steel washer, and on the opposite side of the plate, we have a nylon washer. Then we have our base here, we have another nylon washer, and then, the one that's hard to see of course, we have another steel washer, and then our nut. Now that we have this all done, we can go ahead and tighten all this hardware up. Okay, so now we want to make sure as we're tightening these bolts here that we didn't over tighten them and that our ladder is free moving. And then our next step is going to be to take this outside and install it on the MRack. Okay, so before we go put this on the MRack, I'm going to show you guys how this hardware goes. So these bigger bolts that we have here go inside of these tabs, like so. That way when you're tightening the bolt, or the nut, sorry, the bolt doesn't spin. Now, these are going to slide inside of our rails, like so. And then, these are going to go on the bottom of our rack. So essentially, we're going to have fitting through like that, pulling up on it. So after getting some help placing the rooftop tent on the MRack, I began positioning and securing the rooftop tent to the MRack. Now clarity was a real big issue and it took quite some time to actually secure all the mounts onto the MRack, but we got it done. Okay, so we have our tent mounted. I'm going to show you guys how we have this mounted here now. So I got it mounted to the two on the back, and then I'm not sure if you can see that from here. I got it mounted to this rail right here. Now, I had to adjust move the light bar up for a minute there just to get this, you know, good to go. But yeah, now I'm gonna open it up, get it set up the way I want it, get my bedding and all that in there, and then put the cover on it and try it out. Okay, so our tent is done. Here's a walk around of it. So it also comes with a shoe bag. Put your shoes in there. I'll show you guys the inside here. Pretty simple. So it's got these red straps you can grab a hold of. They got hand loops in them here. So you can give that, you know, give that a pull to help you get in. And there is tons of room in here, man. There's a bunch of little pockets to put your devices in or gear or whatever. On the back there's a Velcro strip. It comes with an LED light that you can plug into your cigarette lighter and whatnot. And it also has USB chargers so you can charge your phone and whatnot. Yeah, it's pretty cool. The mattress is actually, I was laying in it a little earlier, it's extremely comfortable. Yeah, so good spots up there to hang some other lights if you wanted to. I mean, so far this thing looks fantastic. Getting in and out of it is really easy too, especially because of those red straps you put in there. Yeah, this here is how the ladder holds up. Alright, so if you like that and you enjoyed this video, you found it informative or helpful in any way, please be sure to like and subscribe. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. And again, thanks for watching.